Are you already making your New Year's resolutions? AARP has a suggestion. This year, volunteer. Doug Tayek is here to share the many ways that you can make a difference. Doug is the Associate State Director of AARP Ohio. Welcome to the show again.
Thanks for having me here. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to everybody. And
all right, and same to you.
Thank you.
So we think of AARP as a huge organization, and it really is, but so many of the people who work there are volunteers.
That's absolutely right. You know, as a nationwide organization, not a national organization, but a nationwide organization, we really have volunteerism at heart. It goes back to our founder, Dr. Ethel Percy Andrus, I never say her name right, who launched the organization really under the motto, serve, not to be served. And so that has permeated our work. And so working with volunteers and engaging volunteers is really an important aspect of AARP.
And there are paid, though, staff members like yourself, so why are the volunteers so important? Well,
right, so obviously I'm a paid staff member, and I have 9 other colleagues in Ohio, but really, the volunteers for us are a resource that we can't do without. They're the most important people because they're the face of the organization, and when you're talking about an organization that's 1.5 million members, just in Ohio, it's hard for 9 staff people to engage at a level that our members expect, and so our volunteers really help fill that role and are a vital part of our mission. And their experience and their passion that they bring to our work really helps us connect with Ohioans at a greater level than we could do just at the staff level. And so they're very important to us.
And that translates into making a difference right in their very own communities, right?
Absolutely. That's the key part of it. We don't want people we don't want people to think that they have to travel over the place. They can volunteer right in their community. We will find opportunities to bring AARP's mission to their community to help them with their neighbors, help their neighbors, help their friends with any of the issues that are important to AARP, that are important to older adults, whether it's fighting fraud or caregiving. And so it's very important for them to be involved in their community, and that's what we hope for.
Okay. So what kind of opportunities are there volunteering with AARP?
Right. So we have a number of different ones. First, our advocacy volunteers, they're the ones who help bring our message to Columbus, to Washington, D.C., to their local municipalities. They're a lot of times our issue experts. We have our project coordinator volunteers who, folks who like to plan things, like to put together events. If we have a fun opportunity to engage our members, they're the ones who help us with the work, right? I mean, they pick the venue and pick the budget and choose the food and line up the information and the opportunity. And then finally, at that level, we have our Speakers Bureau volunteers as well, and those are people who are trained to deliver our Fraud Watch Network presentations, our caregiving information sessions, and they are out as the face in the community, talking to their neighbors, their friends, different organizations across the community. And so that's our Speakers Bureau volunteers. They're out front, delivering the important message of our social mission.
And what if your time is a little bit more limited than it sounds like that would require?
Right, and those are three opportunities that take a lot of time. But our event volunteers are ones that if you want to volunteer at an event, whether it's a local Indians game, a discount with the Indians, Game 7, it's all right. Still Game 7.
Yeah.
But different opportunities. We've done events in the past where whether it was Playhouse Square or free movies. Our event volunteers, they let us know that they want to be a part of it. They come to the game or the opportunity, have a shift, and then we buy them a ticket, and usually we'll have some sort of refreshment for them as well, so that they get to enjoy the rest of the event during that day.
All right. How about quickly a one-on-one opportunity, maybe
right.
one?
So through our foundation, we have Experience Corps, which is run through Greater Cleveland Volunteers, who I know has been on here before, and that's working with kids in the Cleveland schools, kindergarten through 3rd grade, helping them learn to read better, helping improve their literacy skills. We have our driver safety program, which is also through part of our foundation, and that's working with older adults. It's a huge program, and it's it focuses on helping older adults become better drivers or refine their skills. And then finally, we have our tax aid volunteers, which is they're ramping up right now too, in preparation of tax season, and they're folks who work one-on-one with individuals to do their taxes and to help make sure that they're getting their taxes done in a way that they're not putting themselves at risk for frauds or scams, and that they're getting good, solid advice. And so those are some of the individual opportunities that folks can have through AARP.
All right, great, yeah. Great information. Make this the year you volunteer. Not only will you make a difference in the lives of others, you'll notice a wonderful difference in your own. Need help getting started? use the information that's coming up next. And my thanks to Doug Tayak for volunteering to be with us today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks, Lori.
For more information, call AARP Ohio at 866-389-5653 or click to www.aarp.org/Ohio.